Ryan lived for adventure. A fearless YouTuber, he explored abandoned buildings, ancient ruins and forgotten places. His passion for uncovering the mysteries of the past and the thrill of the unknown drove him to the most remote and eerie locations. His channel, Ryan's Unknown, thrived on adrenaline and the thrill of discovery. Each video was a new journey, a new story waiting to be told, captivating his audience with every upload.
When rumors of Blackwood Forest reached my ears, I couldn't resist. The tales of strange occurrences and unexplained disappearances were too intriguing to ignore. I knew my next expedition had to be there. The challenge and the mystery were calling me, and I was ready to answer.
Blackwood was infamous. Known far and wide for its dark, foreboding atmosphere, it was a place of shadows and whispers where the trees seemed to hold secrets of their own. Steeped in legends of vanishing hikers and eerie phenomena, it was a place that few dared to enter. Locals warned of its dangers, sharing stories of those who ventured in and never returned. But for Ryan, fear was just another hurdle. The greater the risk, the greater the reward.
I packed my gear, camera ready, making sure I had everything I needed for the journey ahead. Eager to face the unknown, I stood at the edge of Blackwood, ready to uncover its secrets. Blackwood awaited, and so did the adventure of a lifetime.
The forest welcomed Ryan with an unsettling silence, a silence so deep it seemed to swallow every sound. The only noise was the crunch of his boots on the leaf-strewn path. Towering trees, ancient and gnarled, formed a canopy overhead, blocking the sun, their twisted branches intertwined, creating a natural fortress that kept the light at bay. The air hung heavy with moisture and the scent of decay. Each breath was thick with the earthy aroma of rotting leaves and damp soil, a reminder of the forest's age and mystery.
Undeterred, I started my trek, documenting my every step for my viewers. My camera was my only companion, capturing the eerie beauty of Blackwood.
He recounted the local tales, stories of a vengeful spirit, a phantom wolf, and a time distortion within the forest's heart. These legends had been passed down through generations, each adding their own twist to the chilling narratives. The time distortion was said to be the most unsettling, with accounts of travelers losing hours, even days, within the forest without realizing it. His voice, though laced with excitement, betrayed a hint of nervousness. The stories had a way of getting under your skin, making you question every shadow and sound.
The deeper I ventured, the denser the forest grew, the trees closing in around me like silent sentinels. The underbrush was thick, making each step a challenge. The silence becoming more profound, more oppressive. The woods were watching. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig felt like a whisper of the forest's secrets, urging me to turn back.
The light began to fade. Ryan, realizing he was far off the trail he'd marked, decided to turn back. But the forest had other plans. Every turn led to a path unfamiliar, each more sinister than the last. Panic began to set in.
I called out, my voice swallowed by the suffocating woods. The shadows stretched, twisting familiar shapes into menacing figures. The forest floor seemed to writhe with unseen life. The once exhilarating silence now pulsed with unseen threats. I was lost, truly lost.
As darkness enveloped the forest, the temperature plummeted. The once familiar paths now seemed foreign and menacing, cloaked in an impenetrable shroud of night. A cold wind howled through the trees, whispering Ryan's name. It was as if the forest itself had come alive, its ancient spirits calling out to him, beckoning him deeper into its shadowy embrace.
Or was it the wind? I couldn't be sure. Every rustle, every whisper seemed to carry a hidden message, a warning perhaps, or a threat. My mind raced, trying to make sense of the eerie sounds that surrounded me.
The line between reality and hallucination blurred. Shadows danced at the edge of my vision, and the forest seemed to shift and change with every step I took. He saw figures darting between the trees, heard voices murmuring his demise. The whispers grew louder, more insistent, filling his mind with dread and confusion.
A primal fear seized me. My heart pounded in my chest, and every instinct screamed at me to run, to escape the unseen terrors that lurked in the darkness.
He ran, branches lashing at his face, until he collapsed utterly alone at the base of a monstrous ancient oak. His breath came in ragged gasps, and he could feel the weight of the forest pressing down on him. Its branches seemed to reach for him, gnarled fingers tapping against his backpack. The tree seemed almost alive, its twisted limbs closing in around him, trapping him in its grasp.
I was no longer the hunter, but the hunted. The realization hit me like a cold wave, and I knew that I had to keep moving, to find a way out of this nightmare before it consumed me completely.
Time lost all meaning. Days and nights melded into a terrifying, unending present. Hunger gnawed at his insides.
Exhaustion weighed heavy on my eyelids, but sleep offered no escape. only vivid nightmares of being stalked by unseen entities.
He would wake with a gasp, his heart pounding a frantic rhythm against his ribs. The hallucinations intensified, ghostly apparitions, eyes glowing in the dark, whispers swirling around him.
My sanity, tethered by the thinnest thread, threatened to snap. I was losing myself to Blackwood.